UFC 305 this weekend in Perth. We've got a title fight, the Battle of Africa. I'm super excited for this card. Been waiting for it so long, man. Adesanya is back against one of my boys, Dricus. It's really, really tough for me to pick, but stay tuned for me to know who I'm picking for the main event. But yeah, man, with that said and done, let's get straight to the first fight. First fight of the night, it's Nico versus Aguilar. Nico in his first UFC fight. We got Aguilar. He's kind of a UFC vet now. He's got like 3 fights in the UFC. It's been up and down his career, but I got Nico fighting in Perth, in Australia, fighting home. I feel like he's going to get the job done, possibly by knockout. I'm not quite sure about Aguilar. I haven't seen much from him to be confident that he can get the job done. Enough luck what I'm seeing from Nico. So I got him by knockout or by decision. Next fight, we got Keenan Song versus Ricky Glenn. Ricky Glenn moving up, but he's not been looking good lately in lightweight. His chin is kind of gone now, in my opinion. So I have to go with Keenan Song here. I feel like he's got the power to knock out Ricky Glenn. We saw him touch up Ian Gary. He knocked him down. So even though he lost that fight, but he's got the power to knock out anybody. And we saw Ricky Glenn's chin is kind of questionable now. So I got Keenan Song by knockout. Next fight, we got Nolan versus Reyes. I got Nolan all day, man. I got Nolan. Reyes, he's been out for a long time. He came back last year, lost his fight, so he's on a 2-fight losing streak. Give me Nolan all day, man. I like this last fight. He's a prospect, huge prospect. Faggot at home also, or closer to home. So give me Nolan all day, possibly by knockout also. Next fight, we got Jenkins versus Herbert Burns. Give me Jenkins, man. Herbert Burns, he's one round or bust, and I feel like Jenkins also fighting it closer to home. I feel like he's gonna stuff the takedowns. He might get taken down one round, but I feel like second and third round is gonna take over and possibly get a finish because Burns is one round or bust, and I don't think he's gonna finish Jenkins in that round. So give me Jenkins. I like his leg kicks. I like his striking. So give me Jenkins by possibly second round knockout. Next fight, you got Casey O'Neill versus Luana Santos. This is a really good fight. It's a really good fight. Casey O'Neill hasn't looked good lately. She hasn't looked good lately. I kind of think maybe she's not as good as we all thought. Really good grappler, decent striker. But give me the person that's on the momentum right now, Luana Santos. She's on a huge momentum. Also good, decent striking, amazing jiu-jitsu and grappling. So give me Santos. I feel like she's gonna get the fight to the ground. I don't think finish, but it's gonna be a really toss up. It's gonna be a close fight, but give me Santos because she's got the better grappling. I feel like she's got the power also to hurt Casey O'Neill. So Casey O'Neill might be more technical, but Leona Santos got more power. So give me Santos, but this is a toss up. Could be a split. You heard it here first. Could be a split because it's really, really close, but give me Santos. I think she's on a really, really good momentum, and I think she's gonna keep that up and get the job done by decision. Next fight, we got Josh Culibao versus Ricardo Ramos. Another close fight. Give me Josh, man. Fighting at home. I've always liked Culibao. I've picked him most of his fights. He's a really, really good technical fighter. He's got decent grappling. Ramos, he's one of those guys with those flashy kicks and everything. He's unorthodox, but Culibao with the jab, with the movement, he's really technical. Give me Josh Culibao. I think decision, but it's a close fight. But I just like Josh. I feel like on the feet also, he's gonna touch up Ricardo Ramos a lot. Ramos has to take it to the ground, but I feel like Josh Culibao is capable enough to keep her on the feet and win the fight on the feet and also mix it up with the grappling. I think he also can do that. So give me Josh though. I feel like he's gonna win the decision, a really, really close decision though, because both guys are really, really close on paper and both guys got kind of similar skills. Last fight in the prelims, you got Justin Tafa versus Walker. I mean, both guys are round one or bust, and that's why I'm on the fence with this one. I'm kind of leaning towards tougher because it's fighting closer to home, but I mean Walker is also a really really big intimidating dude. So both guys are their card is kind of questionable, but give me tougher because it's fighting closer to home. But I'm not quite confident with that one. I might pick Walker at the end, but tougher at the moment by knockout. First fight in the main card. We got Paredes versus with the Leech man, Jillian Gang. Give me Paredes. I mean, he's on the momentum. The Leech hasn't fought in a long time. He's had a really really long day off. So give me Paredes, possibly by knockout, second round knockout, or decision because the Leech is kind of tough. He's got power also, but Paredes on the momentum. I mean, we could also see the Leech getting the job done because he's a more experienced fighter. But I'm kind of leaning towards the man with the better momentum. So give me Paredes, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Leech gets a finish or stops Paredes. But give me Paredes at the moment by late finish or decision. Love this matchup. Tuivasa versus Rosenstruck. It's a finish either way, but give me Tuivasa. Tuivasa's the reason why I'm picking Tuivasa because both guys got power, but Tuivasa's got a chin. And he's been the one thing that I like is he's been out for a long time. He's taking time to come back and be ready for this fight. So Rosenstruck, I don't trust his chin, but Tuivasa, I trust his chin. And both guys has got power. It's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a finish either way though. Could see Rosenstruck finishing Tuivasa, but I'm kind of leaning towards Tuivasa because he's got the better chin. And yeah, man, give me Tuivasa by first or second round finish. But we could see a decision because we know this kind of fights could be boring, could lead to a decision. But give me Tuivasa by finish. Dan Hooker versus Matura Gamrot. I mean, close fight, grappler versus striker. I mean, we could see Gamrot just taking down Hooker at will. I don't think Gamrot's much of a finisher. He could finish Hooker on the ground by like submission, but he's not really like a finisher. We could see Gamrot just taking down Hooker the whole fight, just grinding it out. He's a tough cookie, Gamrot. So we could see that, but I'm kinda gonna throw the dice here. I'm kinda gonna throw the dice. I'm gonna pick Hooker. I feel like Hooker might catch Gamrot. It's kind of like how Benio Del Rouge caught Gamrot. I feel like we could see that maybe round one, Gamrot might take down Hooker, but he might line that knee that he landed, I think with to Benio Del Rouge, if I'm not mistaken. So Hooker could land that. So you never know. But at the moment with Hooker by second or third round knockout, but we could see Gamrot winning the decision because he is the better fighter. But I'm gonna throw the dice and pick Hooker by decision by finish. Co-main events: Kaka France versus Isaac. Technical striker Isaac versus power punch of Kaka France. Close one, man. I'm also gonna pick City Kickboxing here, Kaka France. I feel like he's got the power. I feel like he's fought the better competition. Usyk looked good against Up and Torture, really, really looked good. But Kaka France fought the better competition. Can mix it up. He's got the power and everything. So give me Kai. But it's a toss up also. Could go either way, but give me Kai. By decision. But I could see Usyk. He's got the really, really good jab. We could see Usyk getting the decision also. So close fight, but give me Kai by decision. Main event, man. Main event. Israel Adesanya versus Dricus du Plessis. I mean, what can I say about this fight, man? I'm a South African. I have to pick Dricus, but I can't, man. I have to pick my boy Adesanya. I mean, du Plessis has to push the pace, has to push the pressure, but I just feel like that's gonna lead to Adesanya just teeing off with him, doing that jab, leg kicks. We could see a similar performance where he fought Pasta, and that's where I see it going. I feel like Izzy's gonna get the finish, second or third round knockout. Yeah, guys, those are my prediction. Let's get it. Let's go and